Good day, good afternoon, good morning, good whatever it is. Welcome to the wonderful world of podcasting and the beauty of timelessness. I'm your host, Kris Wilder. Welcome to Martial Arts and Life. The other night in the dojo, we were working on some training. It's kind of an extemporaneous drill. It does have rules. And I call it the 1-2 drill. Now, I don't know if that's what Rory Miller calls it, but it's where I learned it. The way that the drill works is you pair off, and a person gets to be the attacker and the defender. Now, apologies to Rory if I don't do this precisely the way that he taught it. It's the best of my recollection, and it seems to work for us. The attacker gets a chance to throw 2 attacks, any flavor, anything that they would like. Of course, this is throttled, metered, governed by the student's skills and abilities. Yellow belts are going to have a little bit more restriction on them. Well, a lot more restriction on them than, say, like maybe the brown or the black belts in regard to what is allowed and what isn't. And only for safety's sake, because this really is an extemporaneous creative drill. However, I'm just saying that it needs to be adjusted for the ranks just because of experience and a few safety concerns. I hope you get the thrust of what I'm trying to say. But on with the drill. So the attacker gets to throw 2 techniques. The opponent or the other partner gets to block the 2 and then return fire, and they get to block the 2. So the way that this works is that you get a chance to find some openings. The places where you can gain the advantage over your opponent. And to be creative in doing so. Creativity is absolutely honored and sought after in this drill. So those are the mechanics of the drill. But there's an occurrence that happens. And that occurrence is that the students will start to do the YouTube demonstration. Okay, what do I mean by that? This is the YouTube demonstration, and I'm about ready to ruin every martial arts, a broad statement, yes. I'm about ready to ruin the majority of martial arts demonstrations regarding bunkai, technique, whatever you want to call it. And it goes like this. If the technique is just running and it's fast, it's like this guy punches quick and I move mine, boom, 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 that's really cool. That's a demonstration. And then there's instruction, which is we're going to grab here, and we're going to twist here, and then we're going to move this way, and then this is what happens. So demonstration and instruction. But the majority of YouTube videos are a hybrid and a frustrating one. And it goes like this. It starts out as instruction, and it goes, you grab here, you twist here, and then comes the moment where there's the tipping point in the technique. Ba-bam! It's done fast. Well, I get the idea, but that's not instruction anymore. That's demonstration. It frustrates me when I see instruction turning into demonstration. I'm okay with demonstration, and I'm okay with instruction, but I don't need a demonstration of a technique buried in the middle of instruction, because it's not a true demonstration, is it? And it certainly isn't good instruction. So there's my frustration, and now I've ruined it for you too. But here's what the students do during the 1-2 drill. They see that opening and they make that move like they do in the YouTube videos. It's like, oh, we're going slow. Here comes the, oh, I see the opening. And boom, I'm going to go quick. Well, not a wholly bad thing. That's kind of a good thing. It's, I see the opening and I'm going to take it. But it's not learning, it's winning. And I was trying to really I wasn't doing a good job, very frankly, of trying to explain that you got to knock that off. You got to just continue to be slow. So what I was doing was I was trying to convey this to go ahead and stay smooth. It's great. And, I would stop them and reset it and then have to explain some more and stop it and reset it. And then I would say things like, hey, didn't you ever slow motion fight with your brother? And of course, you get the typical teenager helpfulness. No, we just hit each other. No, okay, not what I needed. But these are the issues that happen, when you're instructing. Well, one of the black belts, Sensei Felipe, he raised his hand. He says, hey, and I was like, absolutely, please. And he says, okay, you guys, this is what you got to do. Now, this is a great guy, Felipe. I really enjoy having him in the class. He's got a great spirit. He's about 10 years older than me. And man, he cares about the dojo. He cares about the instruction. I mean, he is thorough and has high expectations, but isn't mean. He's really a great guy. Well, he's former Vietnam era veteran. He is a Marine Corps veteran. He's also a grandfather, a husband, a retired individual, and he's insightful and just got a bucket of just plain old wisdom. So as he steps forward with his hand raised, he says, are you guys trying to win or are you trying to learn? Boom. A moment of clarity. And then he explained to him, he said, look, you need to be learning. Right now, you're trying to win because your ego is getting in the way. You see something and you think, okay, I need to take it. Don't do that. You see something, oh, I need to get over there quick. Don't do that. If you get beat, you get beat. If you lose, you lose. If you win, you win. It's only learning. Wow. And then he kind of just stepped back, put his thumbs in his belt, and just sort of looked at me, and I'm like, okay, there you go. You got it. Let's go. That was really just a great piece of education. And I have to tell you that it smoothed the class out a lot. And they started learning more. And there was more flow in the class. And there was a little less rigidity and some more shifting and more getting off the line. And I think it came from that simple statement of, what are you trying to do? And as soon as they started learning, I think it released a little bit. And there was not that intensity of having to win. If you're not using Rory Miller's 1-2 drill, and again, Rory, I apologize if I got the 1-2 wrong or whatever it's called. Somebody will certainly, let me know. But think about incorporating it into your school. It's an awfully great drill for creativity and flow. And what else do you want but some creative people with a lot of flow? That's just the best right there. So go ahead and incorporate the drill as I've presented it and make a note to share your insights. If you're, watching your class or you're watching yourself and, are you trying to win or are you trying to learn? Just like Sensei Felipe says. So that's a great little piece. Just came right off the dojo floor the other night. Sharing it with you.
The award-winning book, Dude, the World's Gonna Punch You in the Face. Here's how to make it hurt less, the book for young men on how to help them save their money and dodge some life pain. Dude, the world's gonna punch you in the face at Amazon.com.
And now it's time for We're All in This Together. Not too long ago, I wrote a brief commentary on the web to a guy who asked a simple question. How do I build my career and my family at the same time? This sounds simple, but it's really not. It's about clarity. I suggested, and again, this is not flippant or cavalier, to reverse the order of how he presented his question. To ask, how do I build my family and my career? This reversal of the subjects, speaking of the family first, puts the priorities in order. I know, again, it sounds simple and almost condescending, that it's like bumper sticker philosophy, which I absolutely abhor through its simplicity. But this is far more complicated than that. You see, family is love and blood, and work is an association by competencies. The complication lies in the fact that if I have my order of my family first, often my priorities and my behaviors are going to assemble themselves in an architecture, in an order that is going to bring a tight-knit value, an assemblage. And it is easily extrapolated out into other aspects of your life because you're operating at a principle level, not a tactical level. Blood and love put priorities in the correct order. Think about the people that we've met that have said things like, my work is my life, or this is who I am in regard to their work. We always kind of cock our head to the side a little bit like that German Shepherd dog, not quite understanding how this kind of, and what I would call, distortion can become so pervasive that the job becomes more important than the recital, the birthday party, or just simply the family time. Now, I'm not going to say that there aren't moments. That's unrealistic, but it's just as unrealistic as to go to the other end of the spectrum and to place work above family. Now, I'm not also going to suggest that there aren't certain kinds of dynamics which make for an interesting family organization. It's possible that all could be involved in the application of the career, say maybe a military career. I'm not going to negate that, but I am telling you that on balance, when you put the family first and those blood and love relationships, as opposed to the ones that are assembled by competencies, you find yourself on the right course. Not too long ago, I had a similar conversation with a guy, Charlie, and he didn't really need to reverse this. I mean, he was already on the path. He just needed a little clarity. He just wanted to chat with someone and get some confirmation. He'd already made his decision. He was just trying to navigate it a little bit. He dropped me a text the other day, letting me know that he had a new career, not a job and not work, but he had a career and a new residence, and it all came from his clarity of his order of focus on where his responsibilities and his energy were going to be placed. Again, I want to make it really clear. He was not distorted. He just needed a little sharpening of the vision to help him find that path he was already on the trajectory. So that was really a great conversation that we had. A lot of nodding, a lot of yes, yes, yeah, way to go, sounds good, you bet, yes. And then this nice little confirmation came in a text. So congratulations, Charlie. Absolutely fantastic. Just way to live into it. And you're never going to regret a single moment that you spend with your family in lieu of your work. And you know what? I think I'm going to say that to everybody. You're never going to regret the time you spent with your family and the ones you love and care about, the love and the blood, over spending time with somebody who just happens to be part of that assembled competency. Well, that's been We're All in This Together. I hope that you've enjoyed it. It was a great little life study, a real laboratory life study. And I hope that you're finding value in the podcast. Please feel free to contact me at Kris Wilder at kriswilder.com. That's KrisWilder at kriswilder.com. You can always reach me at kriswilder.com or at Stickman Publications. Again, I hope this is finding you well. Until next time, please do be well.